morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable, hoping a great morning this morning. It is Christmas Eve. It's also a coffee kind of morning. Cheers, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well on this, here anyway, snowy, messy Christmas Eve day. Cheers, everyone. I wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. I'll talk about New Year's next week. This may be my last video for Christmas. I may do one on Thursday. I'm not sure yet, but if not, definitely the weekend. But hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful time with their family and friends. Listen, anyone that's struggling, send me a message and we'll talk, because Christmas isn't the best time for everyone. I even struggle through this because this hasn't been the most pleasant time for me either. Had some losses during Christmas in the past, and 2 or 3 years ago, my father was sick through the Christmas period, ended up passing away a month later. So it's not the greatest time for everyone, but in the community, we're all here to support each other. So if you have any struggles, any issues, even if you want to say hi, send me a message and I'll be more than happy to talk with you. So enough said of that one, because I want to make this a positive thing, even though that's a very important thing to talk about for sure. But this is showing my live albums. I've got a ton of live albums, and it's hard to pick 10 of my favorites, but I did. These could change at any time, as you know, with any ranking, but my number one's probably going to be my number one. So I'm going to show 10 of my favorite live albums. I've got 5 honorable mentions as well. Stuff that's still fairly new to me, that hasn't really gone into my soul yet, but I love every one of them. And this was inspired by my good friend, Mr. Glen Kellaway from the basement, who just lives up the road from me, who, in turn, was inspired by Pat at Close to the Edge with his good friend Kevin. So I've since gone to Pat's channel and liked and subscribed. These guys, man, it's like you're sitting on the couch with these guys. They're just so easygoing, and their mannerisms are so cool, and you can tell the passion that they have with their live albums as well. So I'll put the link below to both Glen's channel and Pat's channel. Please go, if you don't know either one of these channels, please go like and subscribe. Leave wonderful, wonderful comments to both of these channels. And both have inspired me to do my live albums on this Christmas Eve day. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with each album, because, once you start talking about a lot of these albums, time just flies. I'm going to try and keep it down to a minimum here. But right off the bat, there's my introduction. Right off the bat, Genesis 3 Sides Live. An amazing live album by Genesis with Phil Collins, Tony Banks, and Mike Rutherford at this point in time. Released 1982. Ton of hits on this one. You got Turn It On Again, Dodo, Abacab, Behind the Lines, Duchess, Me and Sarah Jane, Follow You, Follow Me, Misunderstanding in the Cage, and that's a medley. And then you got Afterglow, Paper Late, you might recall, Me and Virgil, Evidence of Autumn, and Open Door. Remarkable stuff. The band's tight. Phil Collins sounds fantastic. So many hits on this one, and it's a beautiful, beautiful performance. The crowd's into it. I love it. Love it. Glenn showed this one as well, but I'm going to show it also. Not to copy Glenn, but this is Springsteen E Street Band. The legendary 1979 No Nukes concert. Fantastic. Fantastic. Bruce is just giving it his all on this one. The band is tight. Recorded over 2 nights, September 21st and 22nd, 1979, in Madison Square Gardens, part of the No Nukes concert. Just an example of how good he is and how good the band is. Again, he gives it all on every track. Rosalita, Come Out at Night, Born to Run, Stay, Detroit Medley, Quarter to Three, Rave On, Prove It All Night, starts it off, Promised Land. Man, I don't know how at the end of the concert his voice isn't just exploding, because every energy on this is fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Clarence is on here. I love Clarence's performance. Amazing stuff. Heading to Canada for this next one. And no, it's not Rush. I could have included Rush, but I didn't. This is Triumph and Stages, the other three-piece band from Canada. Double live album. Wow. Every hit's on here for sure. Recorded during different performances through 1981 to 1985. The band is tight. Gil and Rick sound amazing on vocals. The guitar solos are just all over the map on this one. Almost every hit that they had. When the Lights Go Down, Never Surrender, Allied Forces, Hold On, Magic Power, Rock and Roll Machine, Lay It on the Line. I mean, that's just on side 1 and side 2. Side 3 is World of Fantasy, Midsummer's Dream, Spellbound, Follow Your Heart, Fight the Good Fight, Mind Games, and Empty Inside. By this fantastic Canadian band, Triumph. I love it. This next one's been a favorite of mine ever since I got it, and kind of an introduction to the artist. This is Joe Jackson's Big World. I've loved this album ever since I got it. It was recorded in front of an invited audience, but the audience was told not to clap and not to even begin to show that they were there. He requested the audience remain silent. There's only 3. It's a double album, but there's only 3 sides of music on here. But I love Wild West. It's a Big World. Tonight and Forever. We Can't Live Together. Great. Soul Kisses. Hometown, Man in the Street. Such a great live album. It's so good. So good. As this next one. Probably one of the best live albums from the 70s. Other than my number 1, of course. Humble Pie, Rockin' the Fillmore. What can you say about this one? Recorded at the Fillmore East in New York, May 28th and 29th, 1971. Again, one of the greatest live albums from 1971. Humble Pie with Peter Frampton before he'd left the band. 4 guys putting out every ounce of energy that they had. Just incredible. It's on the A&M label. It's awesome. I love it. This one's a fairly new one, but I play this regularly. It's a beautiful album as well. This is Simple Minds, live from Paisley Abbey. Recorded in the 15th century Abbey, Paisley Abbey. 12th century. What did I say? 15th century. 12th century. Hey, what's a couple hundred years? This was performed from their 1982 A New Gold Dream album. The performance is dynamic and it's electric, and Jim Kerr sounds amazing on vocals. The band is tight. The performance is so close to the studio version. It's beautiful. Beautiful album. A beautiful cover as well. Again, I play this quite often. Great stuff. Then we get into some psychedelic blues, jam bandy. This is Quicksilver, live at the Old Mill Tavern, March 29, 1970. Quicksilver Messenger Service. It's so good. You got Dino Valenti on vocals, Gary Duncan on guitar and vocals, John Capolina on guitar, Nicky Hopkins, Rolling Stones fame, on keyboards, David Freeberg on bass and vocals, and Greg Elmore on drums. Also, James Cotton does some amazing harmonica playing on this one as well. On two of the tracks, two of the extended tracks. Like side B is all just blues jam, it's called, and then blues jam 1 on side. Blues jam 1, and then blues jam 2, featuring James Cotton. But it's so good, so good. I love it. I love these guys. This next one was this is number 3, but it could be number 1 at any time. And I've never heard the band play so well on this one. On any of their studio albums and any of their other live albums that I have. This is Live at Woodstock by Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is a remarkable album. I've never heard John Fogerty's solo work as good as on this album. This was during their set, of course, at Woodstock. They were paid $10,000 at the time, back in '69, which would be about $83,000 today. But Fogerty wasn't impressed with their late start time. They played like, I don't know what time in the morning, 2 o'clock or something. And they were not included in the film either, which sucked. But they played an hour-long set. Top-notch playing by these guys. John Fogerty just belts out every track. And the band plays as hard as they can play. The guitar solos are friggin' good. Like, I didn't realize how good of a guitar player he was until I heard this. The production is awesome. It's amazing. It's an amazing album. If you don't have it, definitely look it up. If you're a Creedence Clearwater fan. This is another awesome one as well. This is the Alice Cooper Band, live from the AstroTurf. This is a 2015 reunion show. Kept the hype sticker there. This is the original band playing tracks from their live album, their classic albums, Love It to Death, Killer, School's Out, $1 Billion Babies, Muscle of Love. One of the greatest. I love the Alice Cooper Band more than I do Alice Cooper, even though I love Alice Cooper. But this is a reunion minus Glenn Buxton, the original lead guitarist. He passed away in '97, so they had Ryan Roxy, who plays with Alice, fill in, and he does an amazing job. Killer performance. Caught in a Dream, Be My Lover, I'm 18, Is It My Baby, No More Mr. Nice Guy, Under My Wheels, School's Out, Elected, and Desperado. Wow. So good. And my number 1 is Made in Japan by Deep Purple, my favorite band, my favorite live album. This is just classic from start to finish. This is not the original. This is not the gatefold. It's unfortunately not the gatefold. I did have the original way back when. But recorded during their first tour of Japan in August of 1972. Released in December of '72. And then the U.S. released it in '73. You got the Mark II lineup. Ritchie Blackmore, John Lord, Ian Pace, Ian Gillan, and Roger Glover. On Festival Hall in Osaka on 11th and 12th of May, and Budokan in 15th and 16th of August and 17th of August. Classic album from the grandfathers of hard rock and heavy metal. Highway Star, Child in Time, Strange Kind of Woman, Lazy, Smoke on the Water, The Mule, and Space Truckin'. Amazing stuff. Amazing. So some honorable mentions. Again, these are newer albums that I'm still digging and loving, but I just haven't listened to them as much. Viva Roxy Music. This is a great Roxy Music live album. Their first live album, 1976 release. Recorded in the UK between 73 and 75. When they played Glasgow Apollo, in 1973, and Newcastle City Hall in 74, and the Wembley Empire Pool in 1975. Awesome. My favorite new band, this is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, live in San Francisco, 2016. Wow. Wow. This is a cool double live album. November 20th, 2020. Recorded live at the Independent San Francisco, May 25th, 2016. I love it. If you don't know King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, an amazing Australian band. So good. This is fairly new for me. Of course, the classic Jethro Tull. This is Jethro Tull live at the Newport Pop Festival, 1969. First time on vinyl. Pressed on 180-gram green-colored vinyl. Kind of a pukey green color. This is original numbers. I think 1194. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't tell by that. Yeah. Incredible live performance. Nothing is Easy, Song for Jeffrey, Back to the Family. Dharma for One, Martin's Tune, We Used to Know, for 1,000 Mothers. Kind of muddy sometimes in the production, but overall, great album. Again, this band was introduced to me by Glen Kellaway from the basement. You want to hear jam bands. This is Widespread Panic. This is live from Austin, Texas. Recorded at the Austin City Limits from Austin, Texas. This is an amazing. So these guys are amazing, just so good. I keep on saying amazing, but they are truly good. Yeah. This one had original member in here, unfortunately, that is no longer with us, and I don't have that right off the top of my head, but this is a classic performance. And finally, again, fairly new, this is a record store day, just last month. This is Big Brother and Holding Company with Janis Joplin, live at the Grand Ballroom, Detroit, Michigan, March 2nd, 1968. Wow. That's all I can say about this is wow. Released for the first time, the complete concert from the Grand Ballroom. Catch Me Daddy, Magic of Love, Cuckoo, Piece of My Heart, combination of the two. Down on Me, All Is Loneliness, and Ball and Chain. From the classic Big Brother, who sounds raw and good, and of course Janis' voice is dirty and gritty, and it plays awesome as well. Sounds amazing. So there you have it, guys. There's 10 of my favorite live albums with 5 honorable mentions. Thank you, Glen Kellaway from the basement, for recommending this video, and also thank you to Pat at Close to the Edge Prog with his good friend Kevin. And I'm going to link both of these to this video, and I'll also put their links down below. So go over and like and subscribe to both. Listen, guys, have yourself a great Christmas. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Celebrate. Spend time with your family. Again, if you need anything, reach out. I'm here for you. And love you all. And we'll talk again soon. Bye now.